Mr. Lee.
Hello everyone, Marius here. Today I will show you how you can play Deep Rock Galactic in VR. This was made possible by one of my followers or subscribers on YouTube, Alessandro De Amico. Sorry, I don't know if I pronounced your name correctly now, but big thank you to him for giving me a copy of the game. So yeah, that was of course so that I can play it in VR. So what we'll do is I'll talk a little bit about the installation process and where you can get the mod, and how you can optimize the mod. I will also show some gameplay, but I won't be talking while showing you the gameplay. That will be recorded at a later time. There's a reason for it. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend a whole bunch of time explaining that right now, but me and my wife, we are having a baby, so we had to make some changes in our home. So it's kind of hard recording myself while I'm playing at the moment. Okay, so what you want to do is you have to head to drg.mod.io/vrg. Link to the page will be in the description. This is a free mod, so it doesn't cost anything. If you have a copy of the game, you can play the VR mod. So here it says that we have to follow the instructions. You will need Steam VR to play this. You should add override no HMD in the options, in the Steam launch options. So what you do is you head into Steam, disable Steam overlay, and use desktop game theater while Steam VR is active. You don't need that. So before you do anything else, you should make a backup of your input.ini file located at deeprockgalactic/fsd/saved/config. You download the zip file from the Google Drive site. And you unzip this into deeprockgalactic/fsd. You can accept to override files. Afterwards, you should have a config folder next to binaries, content, and etc. And here, from now, you should, if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to their mod.io page. You can log in here or make yourself an account by hooking your Steam account to the site. It's important that you disable all outdated mods. I'm guessing the best thing would be to, first of all, when you're installing this mod, only run the VRG mod. Never start using other mods before you have tried the VR mod alone. And after that, maybe it's okay to try something else as well. But that's just the general rule of thumb. So yeah, make sure you have the disable outdated mods checkbox in the mod menu unchecked. So from here you just launch the game with your HMD on and plugged in and everything. Ignore Steam warnings about Deep Rock Galactic not being supported in VR. And click a button on your controller, like your touch controller, to get past the start screen, or a button on your keyboard if you're an Oculus Link user like I am. You will then automatically enter VR when your dwarf has spawned in the space rig. So here's a little thing. You have to start the game a second time before you can move and like toggle VR with the right analog stick. The first time you launch it, it will install the required bindings. So you boot it up, close it down, and boot it up again, right? And I forgot to mention this. You have to play through the game's tutorial cave before you try to play this in VR. So this VR mod is in beta currently, so there are bugs, there are crashes, and things aren't like super smooth yet. But the modders are working hard and they're dedicated and doing the best they can, right? And they do have a Discord where you can probably ask them questions if you have any questions, right? And get updates on the progress of it all. The game is running DirectX 11. The nice thing about this game having DirectX 11 and being a game you can play in VR is that you can use the VR Performance Toolkit, which is a very powerful tool when we're talking about performance. So I'm going to show how you go about getting the VR Performance Toolkit. It is extremely easy. They have a link to the VR Performance Toolkit in their mod site and under performance notes, as we see. Let's see, like the thing about the VR Performance Toolkit is that it is extremely powerful and really easy to set up. You just need to head to the downloads, download the latest version, that is the one on top, open it up, and you want to extract DXGI and vrperfkit.yml into your games folder next to the exe. A nice and simple way to check if this thing even works is to just, after you've run this once, it will create a text file. I think it's named vrperfkit, the text file. And you can see whether or not it even worked. So you can, it will show you if there was any problems with trying to run it. So it's extremely easy to set up. You extract the DXGI and the vrperfkit YML next to the game's main executable, the exe. And then you edit the vrperfkit.yml. Personally, I open it up in WordPad to be able to edit it. The available options are documented inside the config file. You'll have to experiment with them and try which options work for your particular game. So the thing is, before, when I've tried using it, like when I had an AMD card, I used FSR, and last time I used it, it was with my 3070 Ti, so then I used the NVIDIA upscaling method, NIS. Both work totally fine, but I did have better experience with FSR last time I tried it. Yeah, so really straightforward.
Good morning, cruel world.
If you get bad performance in the space rig, they do say that you'll get the best performance while in caves. So you actually get like 20 or 30 more frames per second while you're in the actual caves. Other than that, they recommend that you set your shadows, post-processing, and graphics settings to low. So when it comes to how the game plays, you have 5 holsters, 1 on each leg, 1 on your torso, and 1 behind each shoulder. You can press the right analog stick to summon a VR settings menu. You can also summon the escape menu and recenter your height from there. To open different menus in the space rig, you can press left B when standing next to one. Similar to flat mode if you press E on your keyboard. You use your left thumbstick to walk around and your right thumbstick to rotate your character. You use the right B button to mine, the right A button to jump. Left A button is use, as we said before, like the E button on your keyboard in the main game. And that is also then the reload button when you're playing in VR. The left A button you can use to bring up the map in front of you. You use like the grab button on your motion controller while you're holding your controller near a holster to grab a weapon. And of course you use trigger to fire. With an empty left hand, you can hold the trigger to summon a useful menu. With the map open, you can hold the right A button and your hands closer together or further apart to zoom the map. So they warn that this is a bit buggy though. You hold the right analog stick for 2 seconds or press numpad 9 on your keyboard when the game window is focused to toggle VR on or off. So you even have like gestures in this game, and then you can, pretty insane man, okay, you can raise both empty hands for about 1 second to call Molly. Raise the pickaxe and an empty hand above your head to rock and stone, or simply both empty hands in the space rig. Wave a hand above your head to shout for attention and be seen from your friends. Place your hand above your head and hit trigger to toggle the flashlight on or off. And some troubleshooting notes, finally, at the bottom here. I'm not saying finally because I'm done reading, but yeah, like at the bottom they say troubleshooting, and here we have some questions that are often asked. So you cannot move or you can't do anything. Restart the game, right? We talked about that. Stuck at a black screen. Press the right analog stick to escape from it, and after that disable the loading screen masking in the VR options menu and restart the game. So if you're all of a sudden just spinning around, spinning and spinning and spinning, toggle VR off and back on again by pressing the right analog stick for 2 seconds. If your hands are stuck at your feet or controllers aren't working, then you might have done something wrong while extracting this config zip. There is a movie, like a short little film you can watch, a YouTube clip or what you would call it, for how you actually do this. I can't really understand that that would be necessary, but it's there. That is if you're having these problems, right? If it just keeps crashing all of the time, like this happens to some people and they're trying to fix it, right? So the mod is free, right? Generally speaking, it seems like people are really positive. Like this is something people really enjoy. So if we take a look at the video here for how to extract this stuff, what do we do? So when you want to extract this, you head to the game's library on Steam and click FSD, and in here you want to just extract the config zip. Really simple. Just extract it and replace the stuff that's already there. That's it. It is super straightforward installing this thing. Remember though, you have to play through the tutorial caves first. Excuse me, cave. It's one cave. You have to play it through that thing in flat screen first. So after you've played through that, just to recap, then you can launch the game in VR. However, when you've like launched the game in VR, you want to close it down again before you actually play it in VR, because then it has to install some stuff. Other than that, make sure that you disable outdated mods. I think it probably is smart to just try first only playing with this mod before anything else, and it's like you can just check them on and off, but yeah, either way do that, and then everything should work at least. However, this isn't beta, so you can't like expect it to work perfectly fine. But this guy, he the one who wrote this, it might be a girl, sorry, but he or she says here that the person is rocking a 1070 GTX and getting 90 frames per second. So if you follow the tips here, like I have a 3070 Ti. If I play with the same settings, I'm probably gonna get 200 frames per second or something. I don't know. So yeah, we'll get it running, folks. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope you found it useful. Again, thank you so much to Alessandro De Amico for giving me a copy of this game so I can play it in VR. If you have the game in VR, I don't know, give me a shout if you want to play online. Okay, alright folks, catch you on the next one.
Loot bug looted! cute, but you're dead.
Attention! Got a swarm on the way. Repeat, swarm. Contact! Lock and load.
Take that!
The wave is almost over. Wipe out what's left.
Dwarf, die! This is thirsty work. Time to deposit! Take off! That's all you got, you slippery shit! This is a friggin' hellhole. Can't carry anymore. Where is that damn mule? Sometimes I wonder if mining is all there is to life. Then I punch myself in the nose.
Swarm incoming. Get through it fast. We're on a tight schedule here. Swarm! I repeat, swarm!
It's past your expiration date!
wave is approaching you now. Keep it together.
Thanks, Bosco! Feel my wrath! Next time, let's go somewhere nice. Getting closer to our quota. I'm off! Molly, come here!
Objective completed. Press the button on the mule when you're ready. We'll send the drop pod to get you out.
You need 80 nitra to request a supply pod. You need 80 nitra to request a supply pod.
Where is that damn tin can?
You need 80 nitra to request a supply pod.
Brace yourselves for impact. We've detected a massive swarm on collision course.
You need 80 nitra to request a supply pod.
The swarm is upon you.